So hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my revision, exam, school Q&A video that I posted a picture on my Instagram a couple of days ago about, and I also mentioned it in my A-level revision tips video at the end. But so yes, I'm going to start off on the Instagram. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, my name is just tashalovesbeauty. I post all kinds of pictures on there, so please go and give me a follow. And also, if you like me doing these kinds of videos that aren't always about like beauty and makeup, then give this video a like, and I may do another revision like more of like an exam, specifically exam tip video before exams. I'm not going to promise to it because obviously we're getting close to exams now. I look incredibly pale today. I may just turn down the brightness because it's kind of crazy. I know I don't look this pale in the real world. Yeah, so I think that looks a little bit better, and I'm going to start off on Instagram. There was more questions on here I think than there was on the video, so yes. Oh, actually before I start, I'm just going to say I'm currently studying my A-levels. I'm in year 13. I am doing physics, maths and geology, and I have an AS in history. GCSE wise, God, I did like loads. Obviously I did the English, maths, I did statistics in terms of maths as well, like as a separate GCSE and further maths, and I did triple science, history, textiles, what else did I even do? Business, French, and probably more than that. ICT, I feel like there was another one. Oh, and geology. Yeah, that was pretty much what I did. I think, you know, you got like your school makes you do loads of random ones. I did like RCS and stuff as well. So yeah, anyway, that's a bit of background. So yes, I'm currently studying for my A2 exams. So yes, first question comes from Defatman. Sorry, I've just butchered your name. It says, when are the best times to revise? I think you mean best times. Best times for me is kind of not as soon as I get home from school. Like if I'm talking outside of school, I have freeze and I'm in sixth form, so I can reverse during the day. But like after school, yeah, after school and stuff, I have to take like a bit of a break. Like at the moment I'm on my like break after school. I tend to have a break until about 5 if I get home like about 4 or something, and I have like an hour's break and then I start revising. However, I try not to revise any later than about 8:30, 9, because I just find I get so tired and I don't take it in. So obviously you might have like a break in between as well when I'm having dinner and stuff, but you've really got to find your own, like when's best for you to revise. It's kind of difficult me saying like, oh, revise first thing in the morning when you wake up, because I can't do that. I could not revise, like I don't really work better in like first thing in the morning. Like I couldn't get up early to do work. I kind of have to be up and doing stuff for about an hour before my brain can properly function. So yes, the next question is from Zina Khalifa. Yes, I think that's how you say it. How to motivate yourself to revise. You've got to set goals. Like earlier I was struggling, so I got a cream egg out of my bag and just sat it there, and I was like, right, if I finish this paper I can have my cream egg. It's just about like, you know, you need to give yourself time off. If you're just like sat there and you just can't take it in and you can't bring yourself to do it, just have a break. There's no point trying to force yourself. Like you've got to give yourself breaks. You've got to give yourself things to work for. Like for example, at the moment every time I stop and think, oh, I can't do it, I think, right, well, I've got to get into university somehow, so I need to do this work. I don't really have a choice. So yeah, you just got to find something. I know it's really difficult saying how to motivate yourself and saying find something to motivate yourself, but you've got to find something that either you really enjoy doing, or maybe find some videos or something that you want to watch, and like every paragraph that you make notes on, watch a video. And that's probably not very productive, but you know, every page or every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, however long you find you can work for. I can only really work for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then I have to take a little break. My attention span is about that long. So yeah, but then if I'm doing an exam paper, I make myself finish it. I don't like to break that up as much. Next question comes from Abby Jenkins. Yeah. How to cope with stress leading up to exams. I'm awful with this. I actually used to be fine with it. I never used to let exams faze me that much, but this year I'm getting really, really nervous. Like it's kind of like mid to late April right now, and I'm getting stupidly nervous. I keep having like weird dreams about things happening in exams or going to university, and I would just say, just tell yourself, you know, if you're doing things like your GCSEs and stuff, really, they aren't the end of the world. Get the grades. You literally, for GCSEs, you need to get like a decent grade in maths, science and English, and then you need to get pretty much B's in the subjects you want to do as A-levels, or You know, look at what grades you need to the next level. That's all you need. You don't... I did my GCSEs and I did quite well in them. I got mostly A's and A stars and a couple of B's, a couple of C's. But I didn't need that. I never look back and think, oh yeah, I would never have been able to do that without that A star in textiles. I don't do anything with textiles. Like, the teachers obviously want you to get good grades because it reflects well on them, but just don't let the stress get to you that much. Like, what you're doing now is only to get you to the next step. You know, I'm doing A-levels to go to university. People do degrees to get a good job. Everything you're doing is to get to the next step. So although, yes, it's really good to be an overachiever and get the most amazing grades you can, if you don't need, like, amazing grades and things, like, you have to get good grades in science, English and maths. Like, that's a fact. Like, you have to pass those. You need those GCSEs, even if you want to go and work at McDonald's. But, you know, just don't... It's hard to say. Like, at the moment, I'm trying to, like, get myself to get these grades for my university thing, and yes, I'm getting stressed because I'm not sure if I'm going to get them, but I believe that everything happens for a reason. You may not believe this, I'm not telling you to believe it, but I think if I don't get the grades to go into university, and I have tried my best, and I know I have tried my best, then I think that's a sign I shouldn't go, or like something, you know, something's aligned the way that meant that didn't happen, and yeah, so just try not to get too bogged down with it, just try and take breaks, just give yourself things to look forward to. Don't work really late into the night, don't get up really early unless that's how you prefer to do things. I don't know, I've never found it very effective, so just, you know, take your time with it, be prepared, be organised, don't let the stress get to you that much, because everything that you're doing now is just to get you to the next step, really. Like, that's how I look at it. Yeah, my cousin always told me that as well. I remember her saying that, like, you know, once you've done your GCSEs, once you've done your A-levels, your GCSEs don't really matter. Once you've done a degree, your A-levels don't really matter. It's that kind of a thing. It's like, just I don't know how else to... I don't know what else to say. If anyone's got any more advice, leave it down below. If anyone's done another video like this, comment down below saying you haven't, because I want to watch some more, because I need some more tips still. I'm not perfect at revising. Yes, so the next comment is by Cindy_Clossy. Have you heard of Taiwan? That is where I come from, and she wants to visit our country. Okay, that wasn't a question, but yes, I have heard of Taiwan, and she says she wants to visit my country. Come visit, get on a plane, come and have a look. England is a wonderful country. Well, the United Kingdom in general is a wonderful country. We are a country, aren't we? We're like an assortment of countries, like, linked together. Yeah, little side note there. And then my Bezzy mate, Bella, has asked me what's the best way to revise science subjects. Science subjects, I would say it's past paper central. If you're doing it at GCSE, do like as many past papers as you can really do. GCSE wise for past papers, I would recommend for you to do probably like at least 4 of everything you're doing. More on the subjects you need to do better in, like more on the ones you want to do at A level, or go and do a course in or an apprenticeship in or whatever. But you really should be doing like a couple of past papers at least per subject. Yeah, I would say do like 1 a week. No, not 1 a week. 1 per subject per week. But it's down to what you find that works. GCSEs, I went crazy on revision cards, and A-levels I've gone crazy on papers. So just finding the ways that works best for you. Lots of people like watching revision videos and stuff on like line. I find that's useful if I can't get a question right, or like in maths or something, and I really can't get it. I search the question and there's often like videos going through the steps, and I think that's really useful. But it's all really personal revision anyway. Like, you can watch loads of revision videos, but you've just got to try things and see if it works or not. I feel like I know how I revise better now, but if you're like doing your GCSEs, I feel like a lot of people watching this are probably going to be doing their GCSEs and not their A-levels, so that's why I keep referring to my GCSEs. But yeah, I don't know, you've got to find your own methods, you've got to try out different things. There's like loads of different ways, loads of different types of learners and things, and I like drawing pretty pictures and posters and making things look nice and like finding cool ways. I'm losing it. Okay, so now on to my video. There is a couple of questions on here. First one is from Maisie Reader. She says, how many months before your GCSEs did you start revising? I started revising around Easter time, so about now, probably a bit earlier than just now. Yeah, and I was revising pretty solidly, I would say, like, you know, making revision cards and stuff like every day. I think I had Saturdays off or something, or maybe it was Sundays, I don't know. I gave myself like 1 day off a week, and yeah. Sasha Hashmat says, how are you revising for maths and physics except for doing past papers, and when do your exams start and end? And okay, I'll start with the first question. How am I revising for maths and physics? To be honest, I'm pretty much doing past papers only. I do, for physics, I do like some like revision cards and things. I've made like some thermal physics ones and stuff. Maths, I don't see how you can really revise without doing past papers. I mean, I did make some posters. I've got one stuck on my ceiling, that's what I'm looking at. I don't really mean my ceiling, it's kind of my ceiling. My room, in case you've never seen my shape of my room before, it's like this. I'm in the eaves, so it's like stuck up on the wall up here. So it's kind of my ceiling, but not really. Yeah, I made one on trigonometry and just like identities and graphs and stuff, and like transformations of graphs. But best way, in my opinion, is past papers. I don't think you could get like an A star without doing loads of past papers, unless you're incredibly gifted, but you really need to learn the kinds of questions that they're going to ask, and yeah, I don't know, you just got to get familiar with the papers, with maths and physics especially. The next question was, so Katie is better than you asks, which history course did you do? I did do Edexcel. I did Edexcel's course, and I did the Britain, I'm sorry, I've got my remote here for my camera. I did the Britain, like imperialism of Britain and India, that's like the Britain and India relationship, and then I did unification of Italy, unification of Germany, and I enjoyed the India topic, but I didn't enjoy the Italy and Germany one as much because I just found it wasn't as interesting. It was more like within the country, whereas I like when like different countries interact in history, and I like learning about British history as well, because I just think it explains a lot of things that you hear in the media and things that like happen, and I don't know, places in the UK and stuff, and I don't know, I just think that's interesting. As other countries' history is interesting too, but I feel like it's less relevant and I relate to it less. I don't know. In terms of GCSE, I did the Welsh exam board, I did the WJEC. I think that's how I say it, I always say it wrong. It might be YJEC, I always used to call it YJEC. But yeah, I did that, and what did I do? I did America 1929 to 2000 and America 1910 to 1929, and then I did, what else did I do? Germany, like pre-war, I think it was it during the war? I really can't even remember. Yeah, so I did that, so that was what I did for history. Next up is, yes, and the last question comes from Emily Hurst, and she says that my video was very helpful on A-levels, and she says that she's also doing her A2 exams, so good luck, and she's asked me what degree I have applied for at uni. I have applied to do a bachelor's in geology. I want to do a master's eventually, but I wasn't really sure like what to apply for, and bachelor's had lower entry requirements, so I went for that instead. I love geology. If you guys don't know what geology is, it's not just rocks, it's paleontology, it's earthquakes, volcanoes, climate change, oil, gas, coal. It's like, it's basically a science that combines chemistry, biology and physics all in one, which sounds really odd. Like, people often say to people like, you know, you should apply for a natural sciences degree if you don't know what to do and you've got like sciences and stuff, but I think geology is a good option as well, because it actually really does combine all three, and people don't tend to apply for it. There's like a national shortage for people going into that kind of a field as well. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking about geology because I could talk about that all day. But yes, if you guys have any further questions, leave them below and I will reply to them there. I just want to say thank you for giving me such good feedback for my last couple of revision videos. I've really appreciated it. I've enjoyed filming them, and I'm starting to like slouch now because I'm getting tired from sitting here. And yeah, if you have, I've already said that if you have any more questions. I'm going crazy now. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and a like if you've enjoyed it, and share it if you feel the need to share my video. I have been trying to use Twitter lately, so if you want to follow me, it's actually tashalovesnails, because tashalovesbeauty was too long for the username. So yeah, information's down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!